baseball games and school lunches, those are just a couple of the places where you can find peanuts.
But what is an indulgence for some is a danger for others. 1 in every 13 American children has a food allergy, and peanuts are a fear in many homes because even a speck can threaten a child's life. Until now, doctors have advised kids to avoid the nuts and hope that they outgrow the allergy. But one Minnesota allergist is approaching food allergies in a way no other is in the state. As Susan Elizabeth Littlefield reports, he says it's a risk, but there's also a reward.
Destiny is 7 years old.
Ow, you hit him in the eye.
Her sister's elbow is not the only thing she's learned to look out for.
I'm not playing anymore. They're all mine.
Shellfish, wheat, sunflower, sesame, dairy.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
A sandwich set off her first reaction years ago. Then there was last summer. It started with a toy at a neighbor's house.
So all from touching a toy that probably had some peanut residue on it to eating a carrot led to her going to anaphylactic shock. I had to use an EpiPen, get her to the emergency room. It was a nightmare.
Her daughter's life was in jeopardy, and so was the family's emotional well-being.
I was walking around with a constant pit in my stomach, fearful every time I'd feed her that she would die.
Hi, everybody.
So for years, they've sought advice from this man, Dr. Michael Wexler.
We see a lot of peanut allergies and tree nut allergies and eggs, milk, and so on.
How is your peanut going at home?
It's not clear why his practice is full of kids with food allergies. One theory, children aren't exposed to enough germs and don't develop proper immunities.
We've had some children who are afraid to go to school. They're afraid to go to birthday parties, afraid to go to baseball games.
And that is the story that's marked the life of this Wayzata preteen. His brother introduced him to peanut butter as a young child.
And I burst up in hives.
And so began a life of avoiding his beloved peanut-laden sporting events and a life of eating in.
Going to any restaurant, you'd have to ask any server, how was this cooked? What was it cooked next to?
But if you notice, his family's fears are spoken in the past tense.
The mental stress just kind of is greatly reduced.
Words similar to the ones Destiny's mom now uses.
And she can just be free finally now. It's amazing.
But that freedom came after a gamble.
Is it a risk in a sense?
Absolutely. It took my attorney at least a year to sign off on me doing this.
Dr. Wexler is doing something no other allergist in the state of Minnesota is. He's serving patients severely allergic to peanuts. We're
training their immune system to tolerate something that they were once very allergic to.
Goes away completely?
It starts in his office with a speck of peanut. Kids drink it in Kool-Aid and eventually work up to spoonfuls that are mixed with yogurt, or they eat peanuts whole at home. Destiny was his first patient. A year later,
12 peanuts in the morning, 12 at night, so 24 a day.
And she's okay?
Yeah, she's great. No reactions, nothing.
this patient also conquered the program he started in March. He has 12 peanuts each day, disguised by Cheetos.
I think it's miraculous, just what Dr. Wexler's doing.
It's life-changing in terms of how you have to plan and manage your life.
Disguises the crunch of the peanuts and a little bit of the taste.
But the raves are not universal. The program he launched 13 months ago has seen about a 70 to 80% success rate.
There are a couple of patients we've stopped the program because of development of symptoms.
Dr. Wexler's team's approach does not go without question. Oral immunotherapy, as it's technically called, has been successful in Europe, but it's not FDA approved. Only about 50 doctors in the U.S. use the technique. Dr. Stillerman of Plymouth is not one of them.
There are still very significant areas that need clarification to confirm its effectiveness, to confirm its safety.
He calls the technique promising, considering working on a study himself, but he says it's too early to implement, and the rewards may be short-lived.
Not everybody maintains their state of tolerance. They can lose it.
Right now we're telling the families that they should plan on eating the peanuts indefinitely and forever. Might that change in the future? Maybe, hopefully.
Although it's not surefire, Dr. Wexler says he's convinced, and so are they.
Every day I eat the peanuts.
From touching a toy and having anaphylaxis to now being able to possibly eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
And now in this house, they are just peanuts. Food is no longer the enemy. Now they can concentrate on friendlier opposition.
Hopefully, don't play with them. Just quit it.
Now, the interesting thing here, most of the kids who are newly peanut tolerant say they don't even like the taste of peanuts now, but they say they are happy that they don't have to be isolated to the peanut table at school. Another takeaway here from both the allergists we talk with, they say they want people to introduce babies to peanuts early on in life with doctor supervision to try and avoid this allergy altogether.
And thank you to Susan Elizabeth. Dr. Wexler plans to do this with other foods too. And if you'd like to know more about the program, you can go to WCCO.com/links.
Chris is